Joining us now is Kyle Davis back in Studio B, junior forward or center. What do you prefer? Do you want to be a forward?
Yeah, I'll be a forward.
Okay,
Yeah.
We'll make Kyle Davis a forward today, but you're also our BYUSN political correspondent. Were you distracted by the caucuses last night, Kyle?
I was focused in. I was focused in on the game, but was curious about it when it ended.
We were waiting for you to come out with an I voted sticker on your uniform.
I should have, shouldn't I?
Like to have somebody like, you can't wear that. You're going to have to take that off.
How much did you notice the crowd last night? Fran Fraschilla just talked to us and said he thought that was the most impressive thing about last night's game was just how crazy loud and involved the crowd was. How much did you notice it?
You know, I actually noticed it a lot. There were times it was so loud we couldn't trying to tell Fish that there was a guy coming into his area in our zone. I knew he couldn't even hear me, so it was pointless to do it, but it was a blast. That crowd was great. Everyone was so loud, so engaged, just really from the tip. And you know, we had that stretch where we fell down, but they stayed with us, and it was a blast to play in front of them.
We played a soundbite from you talking about Kyle Collinsworth in our previous segment. Was your mentality in the game last night any different knowing that situation?
You know, for me, I tried to just be a little bit more aggressive, try to find my shot a little bit more, because you know Kyle was very sick. I mean, that was the most sick I've ever seen someone and try to play a game throughout my career. He was very sick, so you know I just wanted to go out there and help our team win. And Casey's been our guy; he's been the player of the year, so we wanted to do it for him, get a win, and excited to go to New York now.
Do you think that the team, almost in a way, it was advantageous knowing that mental edges are like, we all need to be awesome tonight? Did it help in a weird way?
Well, that's an interesting way to think about it. I don't know if it necessarily helped, but everyone realized, because I mean, ideally you'd love going in knowing that your best player is going to be playing.
Yes.
But no, it was an opportunity for us all to step up, really look to what we could give individually and collectively as a team to win. And you know, Kyle did play great though in the time that he was in there. 20 minutes of really great basketball. So, but in the time that he wasn't there, Nick did so well running the point, just keeping us poised, getting us into our offense, running good plays. Zach obviously played incredible, and Chase just caught fire like he always does. So it was a great overall team effort. Corbin kept us in at the beginning of the game. There was just so many guys that did good things that were able to make up for maybe the triple-double Kyle would have got if he played 40. So.
Our Twitter question today was, what was the most impressive aspect of BYU's win last night? And you touched on a lot of things. If I ask you that question, from your perspective, what was the most impressive aspect of what you guys were able to accomplish last night?
You know, I think it's just being able to come back from that adversity. Kyle wasn't at practice over the 2 days that we were preparing, talking about shoot-around the morning before and then practice on Monday. He wasn't there, and it's a mental thing we had to overcome. And guys, like we just talked about, really did come out and play well. And then impressive just seeing Kyle play. You know, it gave us motivation, gave us energy to see him really, really sick, but being there and wanting to win. So it was a great experience. For both of those reasons, I say it was the most impressive thing.
One thing I haven't brought up on the show today is the lack of foul trouble from BYU last night. I think 3 guys had 3 fouls. Nobody got into foul trouble. Is that just by circumstance, by chance, or was there like a concerted effort, like we cannot get in foul trouble tonight?
You know, that wasn't a concerted thing. I don't think Coach ever talked about that in particular, but yesterday I felt like we did a good job at guarding without fouling people on the wings. And then when they would get in, the big guys were just jumping straight up, just trying to contest it, but not swiping to get the fouls. And fortunately, we were able to get them in some foul trouble. Their big guy still had a good game. We were able to get him in some foul trouble. So it was good to not be on the receiving end of a lot of calls yesterday.
Kyle Davis joining us here on BYU Sports Nation, coming off his 18-point performance last night in a win over Creighton. And with that win, you guys now will move on to New York City. And anytime a team gets into the NIT, the goal is always to make it to Madison Square Garden. Well, now that you guys have done that, what does that mean to this team?
You know, when we lost Gonzaga, it was a pretty depressing time for about a week until we found out we were going to play in. You know, it just got us excited again. Just know that we were going to play a couple games at the Marriott Center. Fortunately, we got 3, but then the opportunity to go on play in Madison Square Garden. I just love the fact that we were dealt kind of a tough hand, struggled, didn't quite accomplish what we wanted to, but then are just making the most of it and just taking advantage of this opportunity. And we're looking forward to this. It was our goal to get to New York, and now that we're there, we just want to keep winning.
Has this team, in any specific way, grown over the past 2 weeks from, talk about a range of emotions from the disappointment and kind of depression that you felt of not getting into the NCAA tournament, now going to Madison Square Garden. Has there been a kind of a tangible growth element that you've noticed?
Yeah, I think so. Just being able to deal with that disappointment, being able to deal with things not turning out exactly how you wanted it to, but being able to quickly change. We got into practice, and when we found out Sunday night that we were going to be playing UAB, we got in the next Monday, and guys were just excited. It was just time to move on and make the most of what we could and enjoy the opportunity to play again in front of our fans. And the possibility of playing in New York is a cool incentive to play in Madison Square Garden. So we were all looking forward to that, and now just want to make it a week-long trip.
Well, now we were looking on Twitter, and we looked at your Twitter page, and we noticed that the last time you actually tweeted something was the Gonzaga game in Spokane. So is a trip to Madison Square Garden enough to get you to tweet again? Maybe about the experience.
Probably. I should probably download the app again. It's been deleted for a temporary time, but yeah, I should probably get it back. Maybe we can send out some tweets.
Okay. Well, we got Quincy Lewis to guarantee us that he would send out his first tweet ever.
Oh, wow.
At midcourt from Madison Square Garden if you guys got to the NIT Final Four, and you did.
So now he's going to do it.
So you need to make sure that he takes care of that.
All right, at shoot around, we'll make sure he
does it. I know
that
Kyle Chilton, he's with us in studio, but he'll make sure that happens.
Why don't you tweet about Coach Lewis's tweet?
Yeah, I'll
we'll blow
tweet
minds
a picture
with
of
that.
him
like
tweeting.
the inception of tweeting. Yeah.
Kyle Davis with us on BYU Sports Nation, scored 18 points last night as BYU beat Creighton and are headed back to the Big Apple in Madison Square Garden in the NIT Final Four, where they will take on a number 1 seed in Valparaiso. Have you seen anything on Valparaiso at this point? I know that you won last night. Do you know anything at this point?
So I know that they've had a great year. Coach talked about how they won their, I think, 29th game last night. So clearly a great team, probably one of those teams that just barely didn't get into the NCAA tournament. But as far as watching them, no, we don't know much. But we'll get in and starting tomorrow. We'll be watching film, getting ready for them, and preparing to have a great game because they're a great team. It'll be a fun battle, and we're looking forward to it.
We'll finish with this, Kyle. What's more stressful, preparing to be a dad, and you're going to be a dad in July,
yeah,
or trying to balance school and basketball and now potentially a week-long trip to New York?
Well, I'm just excited to be a dad. That's going to be great. It is stressful to a certain degree, knowing that I'm going to be taking care of someone. But my wife's the best. She'll be a great mom. So I have a lot of comfort in that. So maybe it's harder with school because I'm pretty confident my wife can handle it. So.
All right, man. Well, we're going to
answer, by the way.
Yeah, we're going to give nice. Kelly.
Yeah,
Kelly's paying attention.
Well done.
Hopefully she's watching somewhere. Love you.
We're going to give you a dose of the BYUSN Karma, where you can apply it however you may need it in all of your different adventures in life right now. Kyle, great to have you. Congratulations on the trip to the Final Four.
Thanks so much. Thank you.